going on, y'all? Welcome back to another episode. I'm SwipaCam. Welcome to the channel. Y'all hit that subscribe button. Let's get this to 10K through the playoffs, man. I know we can do it, y'all. We got a bunch of people that's still commenting, liking the video, but you ain't subscribed. Come on, let's continue to build it together. Let's get it done, y'all, so we can get to Serbia. So I just got done watching the Denver Nuggets playing against the Phoenix Suns on March 24th, 2022, and the Phoenix Suns win 140-130, and it was just about as good of a game as you could imagine. As good of a game as you could imagine. The Denver Nuggets played well, the Phoenix Suns played better. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. There's some people that are a little upset with how the Phoenix Suns, you know, they feel like they gloat and all that. I'm like, well, bro, they're the best team in the league. They won 60 games. They're 60-14. They're going to be that way. And that's perfectly fine because they got Chris Paul back today. He came back. Chris Paul tonight on, what did he play? 30 minutes at 17 points and 13 assists. Just utterly dangerous. He was 6 of 10 from the field as well. He does a lot of flopping. I know people don't love it, man. But like I said, when you get a point guard that gives you 17 points, 13 assists, and three turnovers, that's excellent. Devin Booker had his best game versus the Denver Nuggets tonight. It's funny because, you know, I'll get to this in a minute, but I've never seen him play this well. And when Jamal Murray's on the court, I've never seen him talk this much either, just because I think he takes that really serious and really personal. So he doesn't tend to, there's just not a lot of talking in that game. I think because both of the Kentucky boys are going at each other. But Devin Booker tonight had 49 points, 4 rebounds, and 10 assists, and 16 of 25 shooting, and 15 of 17 from the free throw line. That was probably the most egregious part about that. He was a plus 16 tonight. It is what it is. Your starting point guard at 14 and 17, and then your starting shooting guard at 45 and 10. 49 and 10, had his best game of the season. Damian Lillard-esque game. So, man, you can't say much about it. Tonight, Nikola Jokic has 28 points, 6 rebounds, and 6 assists on 9 of 10 shooting, 1 of 2 from 3, 9 of 11 from the free throw line. He was a minus 15. But here's the starters who played well. But that minus really happened in that fourth quarter when the Suns got hot, and then there was just a lot of stuff that happened offensively. Just didn't look great. 3 straight turnovers in the fourth quarter for the Denver Nuggets tonight. The starters were a minus 11, minus 15, minus 4, minus 14, and a minus 6. But Aaron Gordon had 21 and 6 on 10 and 16 shooting. Will Barton had 17, 5 and 8 on 7 and 10 shooting. Monte Morris had 15, 2 and 4 on 5 of 10 shooting and 4 of 6 from 3. Jeff Green had 11 points on 4 of 6 shooting and 3 of 3 from three-point line. Nobody played bad. The Suns are just, that starting lineup, when healthy, is elite. The Suns shot 60% from the field, and they shot 48% from 3. Guess what? The Denver Nuggets shot 59% from the field and 47% from 3, and they lost by 10 points. Now, the Nuggets were only 19 of 27 from the free throw line. Maybe that has something to do with it, but the Suns were only 79% on 23 of 29. The Suns made 4 more two-pointers than the Nuggets did. And they made 4 more free throws than the Nuggets did. The Nuggets had 2 more three-pointers than the Suns did. So it all balanced out. I don't know what to say, man. Like, Bones Highland had a spectacular game. He had 23 points, 2 rebounds, and 3 assists on 7 of 13 shooting and 4 of 8 from 3. He's the all-time three-point leader for a rookie in Denver Nuggets history. What do you want people to say? I think the thing is that people have to realize about watching this, it's like, yeah, I think the Denver Nuggets can beat the Suns. They can give the Suns, like, and I said this too, so there's some things I want to work through in this video. The first thing is that when the Denver Nuggets have a good guard rotation, they can play the Suns almost man-to-man. They can be about 92% of what the Suns are at 100%. And the reason is because they actually have a really good team. But when you have Monte Morris, Will Barton, Bones Highland, Bryn Forbes, Austin Rivers as your guard rotation, and not Facundo Campazzo, Austin Rivers, Shaq Harrison, Monte Morris off injury, and then Will Barton the last 2 games of the series. When you actually have a guard rotation that is NBA level next to Nikola Jokic, the game is radically different. So, again, it's not like they played bad. Like, that's the thing. It's not like, and again, Jokic tonight, by the way, had 28, 6 and 6 on 9 of 10 shooting, but he had 8 turnovers, and people are telling me like, yo, like, Jokic didn't play well or he did this and that. I'm like, yo, he had 28, 6 and 6 and 3 steals tonight. When he leads the NBA in touches and passes, he's gonna turn the ball over. That's the name of the game. That's not a big deal for me. And again, he did it against the Boston Celtics. He had 6 turnovers in the first quarter in Boston. You know, he had this game tonight, had 8 turnovers. But whenever you have the ball, as much as he does, there are going to be games where he turns the ball over. But, like, to say that, like, somehow it's his fault. Well, he was 9 of 10 shooting. Now, what I will say is that everybody's saying he should have shot the ball more. Well, look at this. Aaron Gordon had 16 shots. He led the game. He was 10 of 16, the most inefficient of everybody. And then Nikola Jokic had 9 shots. Will Barton had 10 shots. Monte Morris had 10 shots. And then Jeff Green had 6 shots. And then Bones Highland had 13 shots. Aaron Gordon and Bones Highland led the team in shots. Now, in the first quarter, I want to say Nikola Jokic had 8 points, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. It looked like he was on his way to, you know, maybe a 30-12-6 game or something like that. But, you know, he came back in with less than 6 minutes in the second quarter left, and he only had 1 point and 1 rebound. And he actually had hurt his wrist at one point when he got fouled. He missed 2 free throws as well. So, it is what it is, man. Like, I don't know what to tell people. Like, again, he's 9 of 6, 9 of 10. We have such high expectations for him. And the reason the rebounding numbers weren't high is because both teams shot 60% from the field, basically. And 47 and 48% from 3. Like, hey, man, it happens. Like, I know this is the thing, man. That 8%, when I say they can play 92% at their best level to the Phoenix Suns 100%, well, guess what? That 8% is Jamal Murray and Michael Porter Jr. Honestly, they wouldn't even need Michael Porter Jr. to consistently be able to go toe-to-toe with this team. Michael Porter Jr., I think, puts him over the top when he's healthy and playing well. But Jamal Murray is that next-level piece. So you see Devin Booker putting up 49 and 10 and talking and jawing. Well, again, Jamal Murray and Devin Booker are on the same plane when it comes to overall players. And again, you know, people can look at the numbers and say, well, Jamal Murray only averaged 21, 4, and 5. I'm like, well, again, you got to look in context. If Jamal Murray was asked to be the #1 scorer for an offense, he'd be a 25, 6, and 5 guy. How do we know that? Because that's what he does in the playoffs. He's averaging 25, 6, and 5 in the playoffs on essentially almost 50, 40, 90 in the playoffs in 33 games. So if you ask him to be the #1 option, and especially in a high-volume offense, which the Nuggets have been the last 2 seasons, then yeah, he can do that. But the difference is Devin Booker gets that run with his team, and he also played very well. He's playing really good this season. He's been a top 12, 13 player all year. So there's some people that want to put him in the MVP conversation. I just don't think you can do that. I just think that Giannis and be clear. I just don't think there's anybody in that conversation. I think he can belong in the same conversation to Ja Morant, you know, maybe even Steph Curry and Luka Doncic, but Devin Booker is solidly outside of that top 4. I think whoever you want to put in that 4th spot, again, Doncic, you want to put Ja, some people do. DeRozan was there earlier this year. You want to put LeBron, whoever you want. Like, he's in that tier, especially with how he's been playing of late. So it's frustrating, man. I get it. But honestly, y'all, I'm just not tripping, man. Like, the Denver Nuggets are a game ahead of the Minnesota Timberwolves for the 6th seed. I mean, they're 2.5 games back at the 5th seed now after that loss. The Phoenix Suns have won 7 straight games. And right now, the Denver Nuggets are on pace to play the Warriors, which I would love to see them play the Warriors in the first round of the playoffs. If they can just secure that 6th seed. I think Nikola Jokic is going to win the MVP. I think that they're going to be able to hopefully secure that 6th seed. But it is what it is, man. Like, Jokic had 28, 6, and 6 and shot 90% from the field. And again, 90% from the free throw line, basically. It's I don't know what people want. Like, if the Nuggets, and the thing is too, like the Phoenix Suns, they were playing him in such a way they were letting other people shoot the ball, and it so happened that everybody was hitting tonight. But so was the Suns. Like, I can't put this on anybody other than the Phoenix Suns just played better because they have all their pieces. Again, Chris Paul 14 and 13. Mikal Bridges was clutch down the stretch. He had 22 points, 8 of 9 shooting, like 3 or 4 from 3. What do you want the Nuggets to do about that? I mean, what do you want them to do about that? 22 on 8 of 9 shooting. Devin Booker's 16 to 25. Chris Paul 6 to 10. And it's not like their bench played crazy. Bones Highland went off. Bones Highland's like a future all-star player. So I know it's frustrating, y'all. I know it's not fun, man. But just keep it in perspective, man. Like, Jamal Murray hopefully will come back this season. Hopefully Michael Porter Jr. comes back for the playoff. I just want to at least see what it looked like with all the pieces on the court. 70%, 80, well, not health, 100% health, obviously, but if they're rusty and they're 80% of themselves, fine. Let Yoke get a chance. I just want to see him do it, y'all. So anyway, hit the subscribe button. Let's grow the channel, y'all. Hey, continue to do what you do, and I will see y'all soon.